Because I'm here. I showed up. You know who else showed up? The dudes in kimonos showed up. You know who else showed up? Georgia's best roofers showed up. You know who once again didn't show up? Murder One and Joe Black, your heroes, the hierarchy. So, with that being said, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to all of you the greatest tag team that has ever set foot in a Southern States pro ring. The 295-day defending former champions who should still be the champions, if not for some terrible officiating. Ladies and gentlemen, bestow your eyes on the dudes in kimonos. Full-time Frankie, KJ and Paula. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on showing up and getting paid and not having to do any work for another W?
Look, I'll tell you what, 3MP, KJ, easiest payday of my life. Yeah, except for the last time they did show. And did you hear that response we got? Atlanta is home of the kimonos, baby. Hey, listen to me. This is not claiming a team. This is not AWE. This is not hierarchy territory anymore. In fact, this is the second time they no-showed us. And then guess what? Considering everything, I would say we're 3-0 against the hierarchy. And guess what? We didn't have to get punched a single time. We didn't have to get clotheslined a single time. And we didn't even need to get smacked a single time.
Spoke too soon there, boys. Here comes the hierarchy, the supreme leader, Murder One, the sword of the hierarchy, Joe Black. They are here. They have returned home to Atlanta.
Truer words have never been spoken as you see 3MP cowering behind the dudes in kimonos who certainly were unaware that the hierarchy were waiting right around the corner the entire time.
It is such a beautiful sight to see the two-finger salutes waving around in an Atlanta crowd once again.
It's been far too long, Rob.
1,160 days to be. I don't know what this guy over here in the crowd thinks he's doing, but Murder One ain't the one to step to. Oh, shit.
Yeah, maybe not the best person to try to pick a fight with. I mean, I know the alcohol is flowing here, folks, but please do not. If there's anyone in the building you do not want to get in the face of, it's these two right here.
I don't know what it is about the hierarchy, but they bring it out of them sometimes. I've watched these dudes stomp people out for trying to get in the ring before. They ain't the ones, boys, trust me.
As the two-finger salutes fill the air here in Atlanta, the hierarchy have returned. It looks like we may have an impromptu match, Rob.
The dudes at kimonos came into the office today thinking there was no work to be done.
Is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. We've met 3MP, we've met KJ and Frankie, the dudes and kimonos, and now let's meet their opponents. They are representing the two-finger salute. They are the godfathers of Atlanta wrestling. They are the shadow government. We have in the ring the Nas of professional wrestling, the killer Wayne himself, the sword of the hierarchy. We have the Black Cloud, Joe Black. It has been a very, very long time I've done this one. This is the Supreme Leader. He has beat Tommy Dreamer. He has beat Sabu. He has beat Raven, which makes him the most extreme Dark Sheik in the Dark City. He is the urban legend. He is the one and the only Murder One. Collectively, they form as the Hierarchy.
Ring introductions like no other from Josh Wheeler to get the mood right as we make our return to Atlanta, Georgia at the Wild Heaven Beer Company. Joe Black is reared and ready for a fight.
Hell, we saw Joe Black almost beat the hell out of an audience member, let alone what we know Frankie and KJ have in store as the bell sounds. And look at Frankie Filto powdering out of the ring in a hurry, tagging in the big bad KJ Impala.
The kimonos have come off much like the gloves as we are ready to throw down.
Waist control now for the kiloweight. Grabs that ankle, goes through into the side headlock now, trying to get it, but having a little bit of fun with KJ Impala.
Joe Black absolutely enjoying every bit of this. You know they've been waiting to get their hands on the dudes in kimonos.
Not only have they been waiting for this match, but they have been waiting to bring this company back to the city that they built it upon, Atlanta, Georgia, the home of AWE. And now Southern States has come to its home. The Kings of Atlanta have returned to reclaim the throne.
The letters may be different, but rest assured the spiritual predecessor of Southern States, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment, used to run this city. And once again, we are back to reclaim that throne, Rob.
As the Supreme Leader gets tagged into this match. This is the first time Murder One has seen action in this city in a long time.
And he hasn't missed a step if you ask the crowd here. Listen to this.
This man is a veteran, to say the least, of professional wrestling. Has been in this business about as long as I have been alive. Trained some of the greatest in this industry, including the crown jewel Jimmy Rave. Murder One is a legend here in the city of Atlanta, here in the state of Georgia. Hooks the leg for the cover, but barely a 1 count.
A rich wrestling history here in Atlanta, Georgia. Not too far away from the center stage. But the independent wrestling scene in Atlanta, Georgia has been dormant for far too long. And Southern States Pro looking to reclaim the territory as our own. A lot of companies have come through this city, a few day vacancies, but nothing has been able to stick quite like Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment did. Beautiful shoulder tackle into the corner for Joe Black. Goes for a huge senton. The height he got on that, hooks the leg for the cover. a man that size coming crashing down on your sternum absolutely will do some damage.
KJ Impala with a great reversal on Joe Black. And look at Frankie Filto getting the knee up, but barely phases Joe Black, but that clothesline sure as hell did.
Filto temporarily in the crosshairs of the black cloud. Joe Black and KJ seizing the opportunity.
Oh, look at KJ. KJ, one of the few men in our locker room that have a significant size advantage on Joe Black. Joe Black, a big, stout individual to say the least, but KJ Impala, quite the powerhouse. Oh, I'd be careful with those words, Frankie.
Yeah.
Here comes the Supreme Leader.
Drawing the ire of Murder One. Much like we saw earlier, this is not someone whose skin you want to get under, Rob.
No, I know all too well what kind of a man Murder One really is, and he is the kind of man that will check you with the quickness. This man will break your neck over the slightest of infractions. You got to be careful whenever you speak the name Hierarchy around Murder One. As Frankie Filto in for a hip attack.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's in the name.
Hooks the leg, but the referee distracted. Look at Murder One. Murder One's going to keep the referee over there as long as he can. Now he decides to go ahead and head back.
Murder One getting a little crafty here. You don't get to be the kingpin of the Atlanta wrestling scene without having a few tricks up your sleeve.
Scoops him up to the slam, does KJ Impala. Tags made. Frankie Filto back in the match for the dudes in kimonos. Double elbow drops from the Dicks. Frankie in for the cover. Hooks that outside leg. Just the 2 count.
Joe Black muscling up the shoulder. As we see Filto now firing away with these left hands. Oh, and Joe. I'm not sure if I want to trade shots with Joe Black, as you can see right there.
Joe Black, one of the most vicious strikers in all of independent wrestling. I don't know if Frankie Filto knows what he got himself into.
Oh!
But look at Filto.
And I gotta say,
it.
You gotta give credit where credit's due. Absolutely absorbing a shot that would normally topple any normal human being. But Filto just absorbing every bit of it, now connects with a DDT.
Filto now slowly rolling over Black, hooks the leg for the cover once again, but another 2 count. Murder One trying to make his way in case he needed to break things up.
And I gotta say, the dudes in kimonos may be surprising the Hierarchy here tonight.
It has definitely been quite a long time. I don't know the last time I could say that I have seen Joe Black take this much offense.
I mean, there's a reason they are the longest reigning tag team champions in history.
Just a few days shy of 300 days, longest reign in our history for the dudes in kimonos.
And you factor in the fact that they just lost those titles back at the Jimmy Rave Cup, you just know they are chomping at the bit to get back to those titles. And the path to that is by going through the Hierarchy. Oh, double team maneuver with a power bomb.
Stacks the legs, but another 2 count. The Hierarchies, the gatekeepers of the Southern States Pro Tag Team Division. Oh, but look at Filto coming in and trying to drop Murder One on the outside. 3MP's got his hands on the chair and slides it into Filto.
Steel chair in hands. They don't care about the victory, just looking to pull away the Hierarchy, and it backfires.
Joe Black comes in with that huge clothesline, dropping Frankie Filto. But can Joe Black make it to Murder One? Can Joe Black tag in the Supreme Leader?
Just about decapitated Filto, but unable to seize the opportunity. You see him fingertips away, tag into Murder One.
Here comes the Supreme Leader. Big right hand dropping Frankie Filto. In comes KJ. He's got a clothesline for him.
And that momentum can turn on a dime. You saw it with the steel chair. Filto, I gotta say, Filto's been hanging in there with his strikes.
He doesn't see Joe Black.
Oh, going toe to toe.
Joe Black just going to work on the chest of Frankie Filto, but in comes KJ to break it up.
Oh, Murder pulls the leg of Filto. Meanwhile, KJ going after Joe Black on the outside. Got to get some order here.
All four of these guys throwing hands on the outside. Referee up to a count of 3. We can't get some order here. We just might have a count out.
You see 3MP trying to fend off Murder One with a steel chair. It is pure pandemonium here. Chaos as we're already up to a count of 8.
Murder's got his hands on 3MP. Ring the bell, Carmen. That's it. Double count out.
Double count out, but I don't think either team
Murder
really cares at this moment.
3MP.
Victory or not, both teams still going at it.
This match has been ruled a no contest.
The match has been thrown out, but the fight continues, Rob.